Hello, everybody. This is Chris Miller from the Coach's Box. Call Like We See It podcast as we are representing, thank God for football, game day as we preview the SEC this week. And last week's SEC matchups, they were great, but I'll tell you what's even greater than that. Hey, listen, I've been waiting for this my entire life. This segment is sponsored by the good folks over at Pepsi. One of my favorite things to drink is Pepsi. And gosh, I am so excited that I get to say this, but nothing beats an ice cold Pepsi. So if you're tailgating or you're with your family at a sports event, hey, drink an ice cold Pepsi, the official sponsor of Greenville Sports Media. And again, some great matchups in the SEC last week. It took a little, we're taking it down a little notch this week, coming off of that great Texas-Ohio State game that we had. And I think it lived up to the billing last week, obviously with Ohio State coming out on top. This week, we're kind of falling back to earth a little bit on our matchups. We've got a lot of blowouts that are probably going to happen as the SEC powerhouse schools are taking on that week non-conference schedule. We do have Ole Miss at Kentucky. That could be a good game. But I'm not really thinking it's going to be, like some must watch TV, even though Ole Miss is ranked 20th right now. You've got Arizona State at Mississippi State. That's given 6.5. That's not really a big matchup. So here's our matchups to really watch. And the first one's going to be kind of like, oh, really? Again, not the best matchups this week in the SEC. We've got Vanderbilt at Virginia Tech. It's going to be interesting to see how these teams play. We've got, again, we got an SEC and an ACC playing against each other. Vanderbilt's coming in 1-0. Virginia Tech, they're coming off of a loss, 0-1. It's a short week. It's a short week game, so it could be very interesting how it plays out. It's Virginia Tech is the favorite, though, in the betting, 63% on all the models. So, it's a tough place to play, Virginia Tech, especially with their best pregame entrance of their teams. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, go watch it on YouTube. Probably the best matchup by rankings-wise would be Oklahoma and Michigan. And these two teams both coming in undefeated. It is probably the best matchup, and it's Michigan is going to travel to Oklahoma. And again, you're not thinking like, oh, Oklahoma. It's not a traditional SEC powerhouse or team for that matter, but it is it's one of those rare early season big matchups. Bryce Underwood for Michigan, we're going to see if he's the real deal here. Obviously, he had a good showing in his first game, but how's it going to be? Oklahoma playing in Norman's, there's a lot of pressure going on there, to come in there and play. Michigan has had a lot of eyes on him here lately. So again, it's kind of one of those things. It could go either way. I mean, I really don't want to place any kind of heavy bet, but OU's getting 5.5 here. And all the betting models are favoring Oklahoma, not by a lot, but they're there. So again, should be a good matchup to watch for me. And I would have to say the best matchup is going to be Kansas and Mizzou. And Mizzou's coming in and there's, I personally feel like they could have been in the top 25. They didn't. They're not. But this is going to be played at Memorial Stadium at Faurot Field. It is going to be the first matchup since 2011 when the last time the border war was played. And guys, I'm telling you right now, you want to talk about some bad blood. Us here in Missouri pretty much hate Kansas. There are a few of those people out there that are KU fans. They hide this time of year. Mizzou won the last matchup in the border war. I'm so glad that after 14 years, we're going to get to see it again. I'm pumped about it. I think it's going to be a hell of a matchup. And I mean, Mizzou's favored, not by a lot. It's 6.5, but it could be one of those games that is going to be a fun one to watch. I personally hope it's a blowout, But for me and for all of us here at the Coach's Box, we are looking forward to this game. So that's our week 2. I'm trying to get ahead of myself. Week 2 preview with thank God for Friday game day. I'm Chris Miller of the Coach's Box Call Like See It podcast. Thank you guys, and we'll see you all again next week for some more matchups.
Podcast is brought to you by Off the Rails Media. Life's more fun when you're off the rails.